Modded Minecraft is simply amazing, no matter what platform you're on and no matter what experience you're looking for. And there's nothing better than finding two mods that are a perfect match for one another. Take Serene Seasons, for example. It's a great mod that adds a season cycle to your game. But Serene Seasons paired with something like Cold Sweat, which adds a temperature system into the game, now we're talking. And with the number of mods and add-ons that we've created here at Starfish Studios, I think it's time we look at some mod combinations that just make sense together. Today, we're gonna be taking a look at Hamsters Plus, one of our smallest mods, and seeing how you can enhance it with mods from other creators, like Chisel Bits, which lets you work at a much smaller scale than your average block. So let's not waste any more time, let's jump into a world and see what we can make. So in my hand here is the hamster egg, and this is how we're gonna spawn in our little hamster buddies, which there are a couple color variants of, and as you can see as I spawn them in, they'll just spawn in as random colors. But in the creative menu here, you can actually select which type of hamster you want if you need a specific color, and the only other thing than the hamster that this mod adds is the hamster wheel, which you can set down as a block, and if there's a hamster nearby, that hamster will go run on that wheel. It'll seek out those wheels and run on it and be basically adorable. Look at his little puffed out cheeks. He's fantastic. And so because of that fact, if you wanted to make a hamster enclosure, you'd really have to make it rather bulky for these little guys to sit comfortably inside of. In fact, even a space of this size is a bit cramped with three of them in there, and it's fun, but it does take up a whole corner of your house. So what we can do instead is create something a bit more interesting with Chisel and Bits. The way Chisel and Bits works is every block is basically broken down into a 16 by 16 pixel grid. And if I left click right here on this block, you can see that I've taken a little pixel out of it. And the best thing about these bits is you can create really intricate structures with these, which is exactly what we're gonna do today. But you don't have to place these one by one because that can get incredibly tedious. What you can actually do is by pressing R with this mod installed, it'll pull up this little tool wheel where you can select different grids and patterns that you can make. Like this one right here is a plane extrusion. So if I right click on this block right here, it'll actually pull out an entire pane, so 1 pixel width of that block, which is this one is birch planks. And I can do this all the way up until I have a full block if I want to. I can also whittle away at it by left clicking, and this is going to be how we're gonna get started. So what I'm gonna do is set up a little table here that we can put our hamster cage on. In fact, I'm just gonna make it a 2 by 2. I think this is gonna be a decent size to work with. And with just a little bit of chiseling, I have created a nice little cage here. It's pretty small, but it'll get the job done. And what I can do is, in order to have access to this, I could put a trap door right here instead of any sort of chiseled bits, and we have an opening access here. Now what I can do is with a tamed hamster, which you can make a hamster tamed by simply feeding it enough seeds, I can right click by holding shift, and I'll get that hamster in my inventory. And then I can just come over here and I can build myself a little staircase up so I can get into here, and I should just be able to place my little guy inside his little cage, and you have yourself a hamster in a cage. And this is a very small hamster cage. He's a little bit too cramped in there as well, but I just wanted to show you this as kind of a preliminary thing. We're gonna create some really big structures today. And one thing that I think would be really cool is doing like a hamster tube network. So what I'm gonna do is see if I can make sort of a tube out of this lime concrete right here, which I think all I'm gonna need to do is sort of make an inner square here. Yeah, and then I can just push that all the way through. And that sort of gives us a tube-shaped outline there, but I can also bring this in on the sides by simply doing a plane intrusion on each end. That's looking like a pretty good tube. But since most hamster tubes are actually transparent, what I can go ahead and do is make this one transparent. So if I just grab myself a lime green glass bit right here, and I can select on the second page here the replace option. And every block that I select here, so this is all lime green concrete, is gonna get replaced with lime green glass, just like that. It's just that simple. I can even do that over here with our cage. So what I think I'm gonna do is make a bunch of these tubes with some T shapes and some L's, and we're gonna make a system of pipes that we can send around our little land here. Okay, so what I've made here is a set of pipes. This one is your standard through pipe. This is an L, so it bends like that. This is a 3-way junction, and then this is a 4-way junction. And the good thing is we'll be able to change up the colors of each of these, so I do want to keep these like pink, blue, and green pieces, just like you see in real life. But what I think could be really fun is maybe making a tube that goes into the house all the way over to the barn and see if they end up using it. So what I think we'll do is make this section right here our hamster container, and these hamsters are going to live live happily inside of here. They can just hang out as long as they want. And then what I can do is by simply shifting and middle clicking, this is only in creative. There is a bit more steps to do this in survival, but in creative, you can just shift and middle click and you will select the entire block that you have made. I'm gonna rotate it in this direction right here, and I'm gonna set that inside. And so hopefully, and they're already using it. They're already coming out of the tube. So we gotta get this constructed pretty quickly if we wanna get them all the way over to the house. I'm gonna take some L pieces, and I'm gonna make like a downward bend that they have to go through. Is that what I want? No. This is what I need right there. Yeah, so then they can go down into that, and then we'll kind of slink it around here. Here, I'll even have it break off into 2 pieces in case there's any sort of backup in the pipe network. Okay, so I've created 2 kind of funky looking tunnels, and as you can kind of see, they're already working a little bit. This hamster's having a bit of trouble getting up there, but he's already made it this far, so obviously I think he'll be able to figure it out after a while. But it does work. It clearly does work, so I'm very excited about that. Let's add a couple more hamsters inside the house and see if they can figure their way around. So they have this tunnel, and then they have this tunnel that they can choose from, so I'm gonna grab myself a hamster and we are going to just populate this whole place. Go! Go, my children, go! Oh, that one's going in, that one's going in. He's on his way. This one's going in too. Oh, there's kind of a traffic backup at this tube. That's okay, guys. There's another way you can go. There you go. They're figuring it out. Oh, they're kind of backed up in the pipe. They don't exactly know how to get around once they're in the pipe, but there might be a way we can coax them around. Because Chisel Bits isn't the only mod that I have installed. I actually have another mod installed as well. It's a size altering mod, so I can actually shrink or grow to any size I please. And so what I can do is just do /scale, set, and then I can choose my scale. So if I want to go to twice my size, I can do 2 and put my username in. And as you can see, I have grown to twice my height. I am now 4 blocks tall, and I can move around much faster now. But we're interested in becoming a little bit smaller today. So let's say maybe 0.25, so a 1/4 of my normal size. I won't be able to jump anymore. I'm incredibly tiny now, but I think I'm around the size of a hamster, so I should be able to squeeze into this pipe no problem. Look at me go right here. This is fantastic. I am now traversing inside. Oh, I forgot there's a drop off here. I am now traversing inside these tubes just like the hamster. This is just a fun little thing to do. And look, all these guys are stopping up the pipe network. Hold on, guys. I think I might know a way to coax them back into the barn. So if I just show them these seeds, they should start following me, right? Anyone interested in seeds? Anyone? Come on this way. This way. Oh, here they come. Here they come. Oh, now they're coming through. They don't seem too interested in the seeds, but you know what I could try to coax them out with is maybe a hamster wheel. Maybe if there's a hamster wheel over here that they can pathfind over to, maybe they'll be encouraged to come over here. Oh, that white one's coming through. Oh, here they come. That one is definitely pathfinding. I think he is gearing up to go in that hamster wheel. Oh, he is on a mission. So maybe if I put a couple over here, they'll be excited for that. Oh, now they're interested in me. Now that I'm not small, they are interested in the seeds. So maybe this is the way. Maybe they don't know what to do when I'm tiny. They don't exactly know who I am, but I'm bringing them through. Oh, the rat race is coming. Come on through, guys. Come on, you got it. You got this. Come on. I believe in you. Oh, that's adorable. There's so many there's so many hamsters at my feet. Look at them all go. If you give me a moment, I'm gonna see if I can't make something pretty cool using a bunch of cages and pipes, and we'll have something really cool to end out this video on, so bear with me one moment. Okay, I think we're about ready to take a tour on the inside of the house, which I have fully decked out and made into an absolute hamster's paradise. So we've got a main cage right in here, and I don't know if you can tell. We'll definitely shrink down and crawl inside there, but there is a little water tank in there, as well as a food bowl. And then you have it connecting to the pipe network here, and it goes all the way up across the living area and up into the ceiling, where I've got another cage set up upstairs that's a little bit bigger, and it accommodates the hamster wheel right here. So I'm gonna shrink down real quick to our size here and get inside the hamster cage, which I can do using the trapdoor on the top, and yep, this is everything I have. So this is a very fun little tube system that the hamster should be able to traverse, and I don't think it'll get caught up on anything, because if I can traverse it, I'm pretty sure the hamster can. Here's a better look at that water tank. I think it turned out really good. There actually is water blocks inside there, so that's pretty cool. This is, I think this is lime green concrete that I made to look like seeds, since that's what they eat. If I shrink down even smaller, I should be able to slip through the grate here, and I can get back outside to show you the hamster ball that I made. This is a simple thing you can do with Chisel Bits, where I just made a full-size sphere. It is solid, and it doesn't actually accommodate a hamster. I tried to make it happen, but there was too much glitchiness, and it kept crashing the game, so yeah, it's just kind of for decorative purposes. Looks good in the living room. I think it really ties the thing together. So I guess now it would be a good time to see if we can get a hamster in here and see how it interacts with the blocks. And oh, that one spawned on the outside. Yeah, they sometimes have trouble spawning inside the actual crate, but if I go for like the middle here, ugh. That downstairs cage might be a bit too small for them to actually spawn inside, so I'm gonna put one in here. And he's already gone on the hamster wheel here, so we know he's inside. I'm gonna go ahead and scale myself back up to normal height, and we can see how this little guy looks. Look at him go! Oh, he's adorable! You can hardly see him through the grate, but if you get up on top of here, which I think you can, maybe I'll make myself a little bit smaller so I can accommodate getting up on top of that. There we go. Oh, he's going in the tubes now. So he can get into the tubes, he can get in and out just as easily. Let's see if he makes his way all the way downstairs. Oh, here he goes, he's going down the pipe. Let's see if he can get all the way down to the bottom. Maybe I can coax him down with some seeds. Oh, here he comes, yep, I can coax him down. Come on this way, buddy. There you go, now he's downstairs. So he can freely go between these two, although they don't have much incentive to. They're not the smartest creatures in the world, but it does make for a good atmospheric piece to your home. If you want to have a big house full of hamster tubes and everything, then this is a perfect thing that you can make. You can also just let your hamsters free roam outside if you have a big yard like this, and that would be also pretty cool. Although I didn't think about it before, but I'm pretty sure I can change the hamster's scale as well, not just my own. So if I look at this hamster and I do scale set, I don't know, 10? What happens if oh God, oh, he's huge. He's a giant hamster and he's so fast. Bigger, he needs to be bigger. Oh, he's as big as the island. Oh my goodness, that is a giant hamster. And he's gonna destroy us all. I wonder how small I can make a hamster like this. Scale set 0.1, that hamster. Oh, he's so tiny. Oh, look how tiny he is. I'm gonna crush you if I'm not careful. Let's make you a wee bit bigger. How about that? Let's make you half the size. Maybe that's a good size for the hamster. That's more accurate to the size. Maybe he can fit into some tiny little tubes. So maybe that's a thing to do, is you make your hamsters half the size that they normally are, and then you can scale down your tubes, and then you can have them go into your house without taking up so much space. But I'm gonna leave that up to you to experiment for yourself. If you want to get this mod, I have some links down in the description for the Curse Forge and the Modrinth pages. I've also made a quick mod pack that includes all the mods you saw here today that you can download so you don't have to do it yourself. So you can feel free to download that and make a hamster's paradise of your own if you want. Also, I should mention that for Bedrock players, you can get the hamsters as well. They are a part of the Naturalist 2.0 add-on that you can buy right now on the Minecraft Marketplace. And that add-on includes over 100 other animals as well, including some more colors for the hamster wheel and more things to play around with. So no matter which platform you're on, I do encourage you to download and try out interacting with these hamsters because they're a lot of fun. And if you make something really cool that you want to share, you can join the Starfish Studios Discord using the link in the description as well. We always love to see cool suggestions, screenshots, and other things from the community, and we would love to have you as a part of it. But thank you for tuning in today. Make sure to like today's video and also subscribe to Starfish Studios for more content just like this. Oh, there's a hamster up on the roof. How did he get up there?